I'm taking you behind the scenes of what it's like to create a 6-month content calendar and to shoot it in one day. It was quite the journey, and it took about 2 weeks to complete because I had to factor in public holidays, international days, and so much more into the content calendar. So let's backtrack a little to December 2024 last year. I started finalizing the calendar. I think I picked it up around 9:26 p.m. and I kept working until around 5 a.m. the next morning. At that point, I definitely looked like a hot mess, I know, but it was fine because I actually planned to get my hair done the next day anyway. Now, let's quickly talk about the hair thing itself. I got to my hairstylist place very late in the evening, I think on the 30th or 31st, on 31st, yeah. And she had other customers ahead of me, even though she told me that I should not worry, I should come and do my hair. Long story short, I did not finish my hair until very early into the next year. Honestly, I practically did a crossover service at the salon. It was very crazy. Anyways, uh, I went on to check the content calendar on my phone to be sure that it came out well. Then the day of the shoot, I had already planned ahead, Sha, with the staffs at Zynasty Apartment that we needed to print some things, but not everything was ready. So I had to buy materials and do some last minute printing and wake up super early, all in the rush. I didn't even fix my lashes, even though I had brought them along that thinking that I could fix them. But I ended up using the lashes for the two models instead because the models needed to look good. That morning there was no street cab available from my area. There's even none. So I had to up on a bike. And honestly, the roads are terrible, very risky. In fact, using bike from camp down to More Junction in Abeokuta is really crazy. But I didn't have a choice because taking a bike would save me 20 minutes compared to public transport. But trust me, I'm praying for a car very soon. And God should please give me a car. My mouth is not big. I just want a 2014 Toyota Camry. Can I afford it? No. Do I have money in my account? No. But am I gonna get it? Yes. How? I don't know. My God is a miracle working God. Anyways, I finally got to Zynasty Apartment, only to find out that the videographer wasn't even there yet. But it was fine. We ended up waiting for about an hour or two, but we did not really waste time because we used that period to prep the models. I worked with two amazing models, by the way, Joju and another other model that's called Olamide. Two really amazing people. So while we waited, I took time to admire the apartment. Honestly, Zynasty Apartment is literally one of the coolest service apartments in Abeokuta. There's a pool, an outdoor bar, a lounge, table tennis. There's studio. There are a lot of finger games as well. Yeah, there's studio apartments. There's one bedroom. There's two-bedroom apartments, and prices really start from around 40,000 per night. And yes, there's a professional chef available too. And if you're watching this around June 2025, the game arcade would have been ready by then. So if you're watching this after June, it's officially open. So once the videographer arrived, we kicked off the shoot. Like I said earlier, I worked with two models and a director named Aska. Yeah, that's him on native. So before now, I had already sent him the content plan, the visual references, and other key details ahead of time. So Aska, did I just say Oscar? Aska handles directing the models and setting up camera placement, and it was really nice. Very stressful, but it was okay. It was worth it. So even though I create content myself sometimes, I shoot videos sometimes, and I edit. But there are times when you just know that you can't handle everything and you need a team to actually work with. So yeah. For this project, I was fully focused as the content creator and the social media manager. So everything you eventually see across Dynasty's social media page on Instagram, that's me. We shot over 22 videos and it was exhausting, but it was really worth it. The models had to change at least 6 to 7 times individually, and honestly, they were super cooperative and patient. See, like very patient. I am super glad I worked with these two amazing people. They were very patient. Another thing about me is once shooting content, everything around me becomes a part of the story. So even the security personnel at Dynasty ended up being part of the shoot. I didn't plan for that in my content calendar, but yeah, it featured. When I saw him well dressed and looking sharp, I just knew he had to feature because security is a big plus for any service apartment. All right. Like I said earlier, the models were the real MVPs, changing outfits, and they were very cooperative. Honestly, they made my job very, very, very easy. We had a few funny moments and some NGs here and there, but nothing a couple of retakes couldn't fix. Yep. At some point, I was completely drained. Not even only me, everybody was very drained. I forgot to film the part where we were eating just for me to show you the, um, some of the food that were available at Zynasty Apartment. But in the end, it was all worth it. We had amazing footage, both videos and graphics. As at the time when I'm actually sitting down to edit this video, it's about 2 or 3 months after I recorded this vlog, and I'm just compiling them. It has really been very crazy. You know, it's really life has been lifing. Let me say that. So yeah, this is what a little glimpse into what it's like being the social media manager and a content creator for Zynasty Apartment is. And I do this for a lot of the brands I work with. But one thing is I never really document what I do. But this 2025, I've decided I am going to document it, no matter how long it takes me to actually compile these videos. Another problem is I use a device that has limited storage, and it has really been an hassle trying to document. But I try my best to document whatever it is that I can. I have a fashion business. I try to document as well. I have a textile production line now. I try to document that. There are a whole lot I do. I'm honestly really hoping that I get to expand the team that I have personally that works for me. By the way, the team in these videos are not entirely like the ones that officially work with me. Do you get this? External ants that were hired by Zynasty Apartment. So yeah, but I'm really hoping I get to expand my own personal team later on this year, because I really need to put everything I do into a more organized perspective. But when I'm handling your job, I make sure that I do it to the T. Okay, I make sure I do really, really, really well. Emphasis on really well. And of course, if you need someone to handle your social media manager the right way, you already know who to call, and that is me. You can call me. I'm going to direct you to one of my team members. Or if you want me to handle it personally, it can also be done. I have different packages depending on the goal that you're trying to meet for your brand. If you want to run ads, you want to place ads, I've also got you as well. Honestly, creating a 6 month bulk content calendar is sweet in theory, but if I'm being real with you, it's not always the best idea. Like, yes, it saves you the monthly stress. You don't have to be scrambling every month, like, what do we have to post? What do we have to post? And sometimes when you shoot, the videographers might not deliver the videos in time for you to post, okay? So, yeah, I get that. It saves time. But you have to understand that trends change, new ideas pop up. Even the business itself can change. A lot of other things might be added. For instance, now, when I was creating the content calendar in December 2024, I didn't know that we were going to launch a whole new arcade and gaming space. I knew there were other plans, but I didn't know like the specifics. So imagine if I had probably scheduled like other things that didn't make sense or that were not relatable into the content calendar. It's not just going to give. Do you understand? It would feel as if the page wasn't even alive, or it was like weird, kind of. Do you understand? So sometimes it's better to plan monthly or bi-monthly. You still have structure, but you have room to be flexible and change trends or make last minute adjustments. And let me tell you, see, bulk content sounds easy until you're actually doing it. Sitting down to think of 6 months worth of ideas at once, honestly, this thing really humbled me because you have to balance educational content, entertainment, international holidays, public holidays, plus the whole Nigeria wahalas and everything. You can't actually predict it. Do you understand? The Before, when I was creating this, the Achalugo trend wasn't trending then. But sometime last month, around I think March, Achalugo, everybody Achalugo right here and there. But I couldn't even put any of those Achalugo thingy into this content. And yes, I can actually implement it, but we've created a content calendar already. The content calendar has dates, specifics on when things like this should be posted. So it's not really really viable to change trends just like that. It's going to derail the kind of content that we've created. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, The most important thing is that the content actually has to tell a story, whether we're making it trendy or not. Okay. And another thing is that what works for a service department won't work for a travel event, won't work for a personal brand. So when I'm creating content, I always have to switch my mindset to match the brand's vibe. Okay, so for travel agency now, you're focusing more on wanderlust, beautiful destinations, easy booking experiences, travel acts, and a lot of other things, But for a service department, you're selling comfort, you're selling lifestyle, you're selling location benefits, you're selling security. The different focus points for each business is very, very, very different. For a financial or a fintech app, the focus points for those ones too would be interesting. Although I really love working with like different brands, it keeps my life really interesting and it keeps me on my toes, because no two or three brands can ever be the same. And that's one of the reasons why I love what I do. It challenges my creativity and forces me to keep learning every day. Basically, that's just it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And